There's word tonight that the Corpus Christi Army Depot has released a number of employees after possible exposure to the coronavirus. A source tells us that an employee with COVID-19 symptoms refused requests to go home, and that employee ultimately tested positive yesterday. Well, in a statement late today from CCAD, a spokesperson says, out of an abundance of caution, CCAD released a number of employees because of their possible exposure. It was suggested those employees contact their health providers to find out for sure. City County Health Director Annette Rodriguez told us today that she has not been notified of any positive test results at CCAD.